Good morning. Today we are going to prove some theorems, and using proof of those theorems we are able to get the relation between degree and radian. So let's start from theorem number 1. Theorem 1. Here in theorem number 1 we are supposed to show a radian is what? A radian is a constant angle. We are required to show 1 radian is a constant angle. So that's why, since it is a measure of what? Circular. So that's why we are required to use circle. So let us consider a circle of radius r, units and center O. So this is the circle and we consider its center as O. Now somewhere we have to manage an angle of 1 radian. So that's why we are required to take an arc on this circle whose length is equal to the radius of circle. So that's why just let AB be an arc of length r units. So to get measure 1 radian we are required to take its length r units. So we take this is A and it is B such that its length is r units. So just OA and OB are joined. We join A to O, at the same time we join. So radii of the same circle are OA and OB, so its length is r, it is also r and it is taken as r. So measure of this angle by definition of 1 radian, it becomes 1 radian. One more thing we want to do, we want to create one more known angle whose measure we can know by the property, by the definition. So that's why AO is produced to point C on circle. So we produce AO to what? C. Then we get angle AOB equal to 1 radian, since length of arc AB equal to L, and angle AOC is equal to what? 180 degree. Since AC is diameter, so it becomes straight angle. So that's why it is 180 degree. Now we also know that the angles at the center of a circle are proportional to the length of arcs subtending them. This is the property of class 9. The angles at the center are proportional to the length of arcs subtending them. So by this theorem we get, that is angle AOB divided by angle AOC, since only two known angles are there and we are required to take ratio of those only, and it is arc that is AB, and it is length of arc AC, and it implies measure of angle AOB, this is 1 radian. Measure of angle AOC, it is 180 degree. It is equal to arc of length AB, R. And what is arc AC? It is actually what? Semi circumference. So that's why it is taken as pi r. It implies 1 radian equal to 180 degree by pi. It is equal to 2 right angles divided by pi. Since one right angle equal to 180 degree, that is a constant. At the same time, pi is also a constant. So it implies 1 radian is equal to constant. So in this way we prove 1 radian is a constant angle. Okay? From here we get a relation between degree measure and radian measure. So that is relation between degree and radian. From this relation we get what? That is pi radian equal to 180 degree. I am writing the same. It is 1 radian equal to 180 degree. When we cross multiply, then we get that is pi radian equal to 180 degree. From here we get that is, it is master equation, 1 radian equal to 180 by pi degree, and 1 degree is equal to pi by 180, that is radian. But we used to write degree, but in maximum cases we are not writing radian. So these are 3 relations which are used to change radian into degree and degree into radian. Now we wish to get 1 radian equal to how many degree. So I start from here, that is 1 radian is equal to, by this definition, it is 180 by pi then degree. When I change it as 180, then it is 22 into 7, then we get. Now I get it as, that is dividing it by 2, then it is 90. So 630 degree. Now since there are smaller units of degree, that is minute, and after that minute we wish to change in second. So I write it as, that is dividing it by 11. So we get 5s are 55, then 80 7s are, then what's about the remainder? That is 3 by 11 degree. Since it is fraction, so we wish to change in smaller units. That's why it is written as 57 degree. And since 1 degree equal to 60 minutes, so we get into 60 minutes. It is equal to 57 degree 180 by 11 minutes. Same way we get it is equal to 57 degree. Now dividing 180 by 11, we get that is 1, then 7, 6, then 4 by 11 minutes. Again it is in fraction. So we wish to change in smaller units, 16 minutes and 4 into 60 by 11 seconds. 1 minute equal to 60 seconds. In this way we get that is 57 16 minutes, and this is 240. 240, it means that is 2 ja and 1 ja. Approximately. So this is 1 radian. 1 radian is equal to, that is 57 degree 16 minutes and approximately 21 seconds. So this is the way to change radian into degree. So for that number we wish to multiply it by 180 by pi and easily we change. Now question arises, how many radians are there in 1 degree? So we start relation, that is 1 degree. 1 degree equal to how many radians? That is equal to pi by 180, that is radian. And pi by 80, that is we wish to divide it by, that is 22 by 7 into 180, and when we divide it we get 0.01746 radians. Next relation is 1 degree equal to this. Okay. Now similarly we can change all angles into degree. In case when we want to change, then we multiply it by, so I am writing the angles starting from here, that is here I am writing, that is degree. What? Degree, and it is radian. Angles are of class 10 that are very similar, that is 30 degree, 45, 60, 90. Then after 90 we run in the same manner, that is first plus 30, then plus 15 and so on. It is 120, 135, again plus 50, 150, again 180. Same manner we get 210, 225, 240, and it is 270, and it is 300 degree. And similarly I write here, that is 315 degree, 330 degree, 360. As you know, pi radian is equal to 180 degree. It implies, that is 1 degree is equal to pi by 180 radians. It means when we wish to change 30 into radians, we multiply it by 30. It is equal to 30 into pi by 180, and it is equal to pi by 6 radians. But in practice we write pi by 6. So we get here it is pi by 6. On the similar way we get it as pi by 4, it is pi by 3, it is pi by 2, and it is double of this, so it is 2 pi by, then 3 pi by 4, 150, this is 5 times, so 5 pi by 6, it is pi, and 210, that is 7 times of 30, so we get 7 pi by 6, 225, it means 5 times of 45, so I write here 5 pi by 4. 240 is, that is 4 times of 60, so we write 4 pi by 3. 270, 3 times of 90, 3 pi by 2. 300, that is 10 times, or we can say 5 times of 60, so we get 5 pi by 3. Now 315, 7 times of 45, so it is 7 pi by 4. 330, 11 times of 30 degree, so it is 11 pi by 6. Finally 260, it is 2 pi. This is about the degree and radian. Here one confusion is there. When we write pi is equal to 180 degree, so it is not correct. There is pi radian, then it is correct, since pi means 3.14 and into 1 radian equal to how many degree? 57 degree, 16 minutes, 21 seconds. Now when we take 3 times, definitely we are close to, it is approximately 180 degree. So that is pi is not equal to 180 degree. Pi radian is 180 degree. So in this way we may change degree into radian and radian into degree. Okay. Now theorem number 2 is in a circle of radius, we are required to fix radius r units if an arc of length L subtend and angle theta radian. Here angle is given in radian. Then and where it subtend at center. Then theta is equal to L by R. We are required to prove it. So very easy proof is there, and it is not important for exam, but we use the relation. So let C be any circle whose center is O and radius is R. This is O and its radius is. Now let length of arc AB is equal to L. So let it is A and it is B. R and its length is, total length is L, and this angle is theta radian. Okay. Now take point D such that this is D, such that length of arc AD is equal to R. So it is R, it is also R. So in that case, therefore angle AOD is equal to 1 radian. So this is the reason, that's why we wish to take a R units. Now by the earlier theorem, that is angles subtended by an arc at the center of circle are proportional to the length of the arc subtending them. So here we get angle AOB divided by, that is angle AOD, it is equal to length of arc AB divided by length of arc AD. It implies, what is the measure of angle AOB? Angle AOB is of theta radian. What's about AOD? It is 1 radian. And what is the length of AB? AB is L and it is R. It implies theta is equal to L by R radian. For this formula, it is required to get theta in radian, and when we are using, that is L is equal to theta into R, or R equal to L by theta, then theta is in radian. Okay, so using this theorem and earlier relation, we do first exercise.